So I'm going to cut straight to the chase. Today I'm going to be talking about a series that has piqued my interest for multiple weeks now, and that would be Dan to Dan. The first two episodes are out now, and I really want to do reactions to them. However, I've already seen the first three episodes. And no, I did not see the leaks. That shit is unfortunate. I, for one, was a good person and went and saw the movie about 3 weeks ago, three and a half, something like that. It was a few weekends ago. I went and saw it at my local theater, and I thought it was fucking awesome. And I actually made a whole script to do a movie review, and then never made it. College got hard. So now I'm gonna piggyback off of my old script and talk about my movie experience, my thoughts on the first three episodes, and what I hope for in the future, because I know nothing about the series past the first three episodes. I had never even heard of Dan to Dan until I saw an ad for it for the movie. Oh, one thing I want to get into really quick, and it's super quick. The opening for this anime, Creepy Nuts strike once again. After Mashal, they had to come back. The storm strikes twice. Is that what it's saying? Anyways, it's also awesome they got the band Creepy Nuts to make an opening for a show where one of the main protagonists is trying to get his nuts back. Wow, chef's kiss. That is just fucking awesome. Whoever made that happen is a genius, a mad scientist maybe. But yeah, so first off, I'm going to talk about my movie experience, not really my thoughts initially. So I got to the theater and I actually showed up 20 minutes late, and it scared the shit out of me. But luckily, they did like interviews with the creator, the animators, like the heads and like the voice actors, and that stuff was really cool. I actually didn't miss all of it. I missed a good bit, which kind of sucked, but I still got to see a good bit of it, and it was really cool to see how passionate they were about this. And you can definitely tell if you've already watched the first two episodes or if you saw the movie. They are cooking. They are fucking cooking. But yeah, and I will say, the first episode, right? Because when I saw the movie, it wasn't an episode. It was an hour long, all three put together. You could kind of tell where each episode would like end off. Yeah, so the first episode, right? When I was in the movie theater, fucking insane, super fast paced. I thought it was amazing. I will say it was definitely a little uncomfortable at certain points. I'm sure everyone can agree with me there. But I did think that the build up to the kind of ghost hunt, alien hunt stuff, and the chemistry between Ken and Momo, or Okura, wasn't it Okuran, and Ayase, however way you want to refer to them as. I thought that was super fucking cool. They great chemistry. The alien stuff was cool. The ghost stuff was cool. Fucking, I didn't even realize in the theater that the VA for Turbo Granny is fucking Luffy. And then when I read it somewhere and then watched the first episode, I couldn't unhear it, and it pissed me off. But yeah, I thought it was great. And also the reveal that, his name is Ken Takakura. Is that what it is? I think that's what the guy's name is. And she's just like, you. That that's you? Shit. I'm not calling you that. I'm calling you Okarun. Bro got bitched out the gate, but she cares. But yeah, I thought it was just balls to the wall. Great opening, great introduction to the series, just shock factor. But in a good way, it worked. It was great. And then like episode two, I haven't seen episode two where it's come out. Actually, I'm gonna pause this to see exactly where episode two ends before I divide two and three. Probably should have done that before. I'll be right back. After further inspection, I was pretty much right in my notes, thinking that the second episode of the series would end when Momo faints. Yep, that's actually what I put in my note. Nice, good job, me. I don't know why I'm thumbing up to you guys whatever. Yeah, so the second episode, they fight the big alien sumo guy, and before that, Okuran realizes he doesn't have nuts anymore, and yeah, that scene is fucking awesome, by the way. That shit is so funny. And just the curse constantly being annoying, and I say constantly having to have a presence around him. It makes very fun, but also like just awkward moments that just work so well. Their chemistry is amazing. Like they're just two great characters off the gate. Um, but the sumo stuff I thought was super cool with them taking off the talisman and him knocking at the door, and then they go in this like different realm that looks super cool, and then fucking the Turbo Granny fused form. Dude, when I saw that shit in theaters, not knowing shit about this series, I was like, yo, that shit is cool. Why this man so depressed though? Honestly, I would be too if I didn't have my nuts anymore. So I guess it does make sense. Yeah, that form is sick. He goes all badass, and then he runs out of steam like immediately because he moves way too fast and the human body can't handle it. Makes sense. Realistic. I like that. And also Momo not really knowing how to control her powers, but also knowing at the same time. I mean, like that's episode. Wait, is that episode? Yeah, it's episode 3. So I won't get into that right now. I'm gonna get to that in a second. But her like kind of just figuring shit out, also pretty realistic. Like it's a very unrealistic setting, but in terms of like the characters figuring everything out, like or how they're adapting to their powers, I like. It's not just like they immediately are OP or they immediately have shit figured out. It's like it just makes sense, but it's still super fast paced, and it's insane that really we only have 2 characters in the first 2 episodes that we are introduced to as main characters, or at least like the main cast, and it's still so entertaining. That's why like I keep saying their chemistry is so good, and I'm so excited for this series. But yeah, and then when they're fighting the sumo, and Okuron runs out of steam, and Momo's like, shit, what do I do? And then she starts getting her ass beat, but she's thinking ahead. She's thinking so far ahead. She's like, she gets her ass pummeled into the wall, and then she's like, motherfucker, guess what? I'm out of the goddamn gate, bitch. Peace. That shit was 500 IQ. That shit was dirty. That was a good play, and I hope like fights in this series continue to be like that. And that's like so it's just such a cool series. And don't even get me started on the animation. That shit is fucking gas. It's by the same people who did Devilman Crybaby, which I love. Haven't seen in a couple years. Probably should rewatch it, but I love that series. So it's super cool to see. The same people come back and do something that people have been so excited for, and I literally didn't even know it had existed until a month ago, maybe. But yeah, and then the episode ends off with Momo pretty much fainting, and then the curse kind of comes back out. But wait, hold on. Does the granny show up at the end of the episode? Not the Turbo Granny, the other granny. No, she does not. Okay. Well, we can just get into the third episode then. We get introduced to the grandma who, I'll just say it, I won't even filter myself, is a gilf. There's no way she's 60. Yeah, for my own good, I'm not going to talk about her too much more, physically speaking, but her role as a character, her interactions with, I keep switching between Momo and Isa. I'm just going to try and stick to Isa, but her interactions with Isa are fucking hilarious, or like also meaningful as well. Like when Isa is like, pretty much like saying sorry and apologizing for like not believing her and everything. She's super sincere about it. That part's super cool. I love their dynamic. The fight between Turbo Granny and Gilf Grant, my bad. That shit was also cool. Isa's grandma cooked that bitch immediately. And then locked Okuran up in a shrine. And then it's just more interactions just between, now we have these 3 characters, and they all just mesh so well, and it seems like so familiar, even though it's literally the third episode of a series. I just think that's like the biggest thing so far for me of this series is one, um, super cool concept. Two is great characters, and also I actually, right quick, they didn't have the second volume at the bookstore right by the theater I went to, but I literally left the theater and went over to Barnes and Nobles, 10 minutes of them closing, and I got the first volume of Dan to Dan just because um I wanted to see how much more there was in the first volume, and it's literally just the fight with Turbo Granny after episode 3. So it'll be like it's like episode 3.5 in this, pretty much. That's all my knowledge on it, but the reason why I wanted to bring this over here is because the art on paper is insane, and they are animating it so well. Like, it is so sick. Like, come on. Like, this shit is so good, bro. What? Where the big ass where the and do I want to show that? Nah, I won't spoil y'all. But should I even be talking about episode 3 now that I'm thinking about it? I might cut out episode 3. Maybe I shouldn't spoil. Well, I mean, there's a movie and shit about. Nah, I'm gonna talk about it. There was a movie that came out. I'm sure some of y'all know. I'll just put a disclaimer and shit that I'm talking about all 3. Yeah. So I was talking about the characters, the art, everything when it comes to that, and they're all super strong in this series, and I really enjoy it. But yeah, going back to like the story kind of though, pretty much there's just more interactions. Then Okuran has to take a shit, which is hilarious because he has to keep the door open or the curse will take over him. But then as they're waiting, Ayase and her grandma are just talking, and then like Turbo Granny just like threatens Ayase, saying like, pull up to the bridge, square up, and run the fade, or your grandma and this motherfucker whose weenie I got are dying right now. Like, she already stopped time and only talked to Ayase. That shit was crazy. And then she was like, yep, we gotta go. So then her grandma puts him in these goofy ass like fits and shit, like spiritual fits or whatever. And they had there on the fucking train, which was funny as shit. But then where it ended was them on the train. So I'll stop there because I was gonna actually keep going because I know what happens after, but that's in this, not animated at all yet. So I'm gonna stop there. But the main reason I wanted to kind of talk about this series and kind of like give a rundown, right? And give my thoughts on it is because I really want to do reactions for this. And because I've been doing music reactions for a while, but I want to start reacting to other stuff along with the more edited content that I put out every few months, which I want to make more frequent, but I'm in college. So fully editing gameplay videos, whatever, is hard. I don't have the time for that. Reaction videos, yes, I have the time for those. Yeah, they take editing and everything else, but it's way less workload. It's more the content than going in and editing everything. But I really want to do reactions, so I don't know how many people will make it this far in the video, but I'm gonna put it in the comments too. All right, so when episode 4 for the series comes out, so 2 weeks from now, I might be uploading this today. Not sure. I probably will upload this today, but pretty much when it comes out 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna do a reaction video on it. When it comes out, I'm gonna react to it, gonna upload my video, and I'm gonna start reacting to this series. So when that happens, I hope you guys tune in and let me know what you think, and I hope you guys are enjoying the series as well. It's fucking awesome, and I'm super excited to continue it. Yeah, I don't really have much more else to say. I just I would have just done reaction videos to the episodes that are out, but I've already seen them and I don't want to be disingenuous, so I just wanted to come on here, give my thoughts, give my experiences with the movie and also with the series so far and everything else, and just make something about it because I think it's a fucking awesome series. That's it. Have a good day or night, whatever time it is for y'all, and yeah, peace.